Hi guys! Lilia is 7 months old today. Say hi! Hi, hi, hi. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, 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 hi. So, I am so sorry you guys. I didn't make a 6-month update. I was gonna make it when she turned 6 months, but I didn't have like her weight or anything, and I didn't want to do it without how much she weighed. And then I wanted to do it because her appointment wasn't until she was 6.5 months old, because that's just how the doctor's office had us do it. So then she finally went to her appointment at 6.5 months old, and then I was gonna make the video, but then so much other stuff came up. So I've been so extremely busy, and I finally have time to do it now. So I guess I just have to skip the 6-month update and do the 7-month update. But at least I'm getting it done, kind of. So at 6.5 months old, Lilia was 17 pounds and 5 ounces. 5 ounces. 5. And 26 3/4 inches long, which means she's in the, I think, hold on. So she's in like the 80th percentile for height and the 75th percentile for weight. So she's up there. She's a big girl. And the doctor's like, she's so tall. Like, yep, I don't know where she gets that from, because I'm only 5'4" and Gabe's like 5'9", I think. Oh, did you drop it? Did you drop your paper? So, we are still breastfeeding. She still prefers, we do baby food also. We do baby food usually twice a day. Are you trying to get it? But we do breastfeeding the rest of the time, and she prefers breastfeeding. She does like food, but she definitely prefers breastfeeding. And she'll eat, let's see, she eats more at night than she does in the daytime, which really sucks for me, but whatever. And she eats like, well, she'll eat baby food twice a day, and she'll breastfeed maybe 4 or 5 times a day, probably. And she can go longer between meals now, meals being breastfeeding. I don't know if it's because she's just gets more per each feeding, because I think before she was just kind of snacking, but now she actually like has a meal. What? Do you see the kitty? Kitty kitty. But yeah, so that's how breastfeeding is going. I'm currently trying to get her to sleep in her crib, and it's working pretty well. What I do is I'll nurse her in the rocking chair in her room, and she'll fall asleep at the boob, and then I'll pick her up and I'll put her into the crib, and if I'm lucky, she'll just stay asleep, and then we're good to go. But usually she'll wake up and she'll look around, and then I'll give her her pacifier, and then she'll fall asleep. But our problem is that she'll still wake up. Probably initially the first time I put her down, she'll go to sleep for maybe 3 or 4 hours, and then after that, it's probably, if I'm lucky, it's every 2 hours. So she's still, and then last night she woke up every hour to half an hour, and so I have to get up from my room, go to her room, and pick her up and feed her and put her back down. And I'm going to get this book. I've had a couple recommendations from people. I know the No Cry Sleep Solution I've heard is good, and there's another one that I can't remember off the top of my head that a whole bunch of people have been recommending also. So I'm gonna go pick up those books and see if I can get a more consistent night's sleep. Because I know there's lots of babies that are fully sleeping through the night. I think most babies are fully sleeping through the night by her age, but not this one. You just want to be complicated. But, which is fine, but it's kind of hard now that I started school again. She's sick right now. She has her first cold ever. It's so sad. She's never been sick before, but she has like a runny nose. And it's funny how she gets a cold right after I stop exclusively breastfeeding. But I wonder if that has anything to do with it. But she has a cold, and there's no fever. She just has a runny nose, and she has a little cough. And I was gonna call the doctor yesterday, but she has, well, first of all, the doctor closed at noon, so I would have had to take her today, but her runny nose was clear, so it means there's no infection. And, hey, And she seems to get better as the days go on, and there's no fever, so it wasn't urgent to get her in. So I think she's getting better, slowly but surely. She's so vocal. Oh my goodness, this girl can talk. She's like her mama. She can say, her new thing, you'll probably hear her say it, she goes ba 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 ba. So she could say ba ba ba. And I think a couple weeks ago she was saying da 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 da. So she can so she can say bubba and da da, and I keep trying to get her to say mama, but I don't think that's gonna happen yet. A new thing that she does is she'll fuss just because she knows she'll get attention. Because before she would cry when she's hungry, or she'd cry when she's tired, or when she needed something. But now she'll fuss just because she figured out that if you cry, then mommy will get you, which is not a good habit to get into. Not at all. Do you see the baby? She loves to stand up. She absolutely loves to stand. She's not crawling yet, because every time... Oh, that was my phone. Thank you for dropping that. Thank you. Every time I put her on her stomach, she screams bloody murder. She hates, from day one, she's always hated being on her stomach. And she still hates being on her stomach. So we're working with that, but everyone goes at their own pace. So I guess she's a little bit slower. And I know, I don't know if I actually ever crawled. I think my mom said I might have done some kind of weird crawl, like a back crawl or like a scoot type thing. I started walking at 9 months old, and I kind of skipped over the crawling, so maybe she'll be like that. Maybe not. I guess we'll just have to see. She still has no teeth, and Gabe didn't get teeth until 10 months old, and I didn't get teeth until at least 9 months old, so she still probably has a while for that. She suddenly is getting a whole bunch of hair, which is really cool. And for everyone wondering, her hair is brown. It's not, I thought it was gonna be black, but it's not black, it's brown. Let's see if you can see it. And people claim that it's red in the sunlight, but I think they just want it to be red. Oh, thank you for pulling up your bow. Why did you do that, silly girl? Yeah, her hair is super duper long on the top. I don't know if you can see. It's super long on the top, and then in the front, it's just now coming in. See, she has a whole bunch of it now, which is really cool, because then I get to put bows in her actual hair, not on a headband. And I want to start introducing the sippy cup. I'm starting to read up on that. And if you guys could give me suggestions, I don't know what to put in the sippy cup, because I don't want to put juice because of all the sugar and stuff. So I kind of want to stay away from juice. I mean, I might give her some diluted juice eventually, but I don't know, I kind of want to stay away from juice. And I can do express breast milk, except that I try to save all the milk that I pump for school in case she needs a bottle for school. But I guess I could do, that's the only thing I can think of is express breast milk besides juice. So let me know if you guys have any other suggestions, healthy suggestions. So I think that's all I can think of about her developmentally. And do you see her just pull her bow off again? That's another new thing. She never used to pull her bows off until the past like 2 days. She knows that there's a bow on it and she'll pull it off.